Hello and welcome to my channel Study with Pradipto. Today I will discuss question set 5 on the course Introduction to Machine Learning. You know I already uploaded some videos like question set 1 to 4 before this video. If you still not watch it, then go to my description. I will place all the link in my description. Please go and watch. Okay. Now before going to the question, I will discuss the exam pattern. That is, there will be 50 questions in the exam, and the questions will be divided into three sections that are A, B, and C. And each section will be consist uh, 10, 15, and 25 questions respectively. And each questions will be of 2 marks. Okay. Now there will be no negative marking. So my suggestion is please don't leave any questions unattempted. At least if you don't know the answer, then also please attempt the question. Okay. Your guess might be right and you will get the marks because you have to pass the exam to get the certificate. Na? So now coming to the first question of today's session. Okay. Now we have a data set with 1000 samples and 5 classes for classification. What would be the training size for a 20-fold cross validation? And these are my options. Okay. Now, what is 20-fold cross validation? That means you can think like that. There will be 20 placed, okay, 20 placed, and we have to store the samples here. Now, that means in each folds, there will be how many samples will be there in each folds? 1000 by 20 if we do, then we will get 50. That means in each cell or each fold there will be 50 samples. Okay. Now we have to remember one thing. There is k fold, then one fold is there for testing data set, and k minus one fold is there for training data set. Okay. Now in this question there is 20 folds. That means k minus 1 means 19. Okay. That means in each fold there is 50 data set, we know. So in 19 fold, there will be 950 data set. And in the questions, we have asked that the training size, so that will be 950. Okay. And if they asked for testing size, okay, in the place of training size, if they ask testing size, then what will be your answer? Then your answer will be 50. Now, coming to the next question, that is, suppose we have a classification data set comprising of two classes, class A and class B, with 150 samples respectively. Suppose we use stratified sampling to split the data into train and test sets. Okay. So in this question, there are 4 options, and we have to remember 2 things. Okay. The 2 things are always the train set samples number will be greater than the test set samples number. Okay. That means, see in option B, the train set number is 20 samples is there in class A and 20 samples is there in class B. And in case of test set, there are 80 samples in there for class A and 30 samples will be there for class B. So it will never be your answer because test set samples number will always be higher than the test set samples number. Okay. Because why, you see in the previous question that there are k folds, and 1 folds will be there for testing data set, and k minus 1 folds will be there for training data set. Okay. That means in the previous case, out of 20 folds, 1 fold is there for test data set, and 19 fold is there for train data set. So in this question, this is one thing we have to remember. And the other thing is, we have to consider this train set ratio. That means for class A and class B, if we calculate the ratio of the samples like A by B, then we will get 80 by 40, that is 2:1, and it is for train set. And if we also calculate for test set, that means 20:10, we will also get 2:1. So if it becomes same like in the train set and the test set, if the ratio becomes same in the for the two classes, so this will be our options. And if you see in option D, it is 20:10 is 2:1, and it is 80:40, that is also 2:1. But in this case, you see that the test set samples number is higher than the train set samples number, so that will not be your answer. Okay. In this case, 80:30 and 20:20. So the ratio is not matching in the train set and test set. So this will not be your answer. So only left is option C. Okay. So it will be your answer. Okay. And it is written in here. Okay. You see. Now coming to the next question. Consider the following confusion matrix for a binary classification problem. What are the precision, recall, and accuracy of this classifier? Okay. This 5 formula you must remember. Okay. Question will surely come from this formula. Okay. Now, what is TP? What is TN? What is FP? What is FN? Okay. So these are true positive, true negative, false positive, and false negative. Okay. And we are writing this by TP, that is true positive, TN, that is true negative, FP, that is false positive, FN, that is false negative. Okay. So here, how we will find that it is true positive or true negative or false positive, false negative. So the easiest way is like that: cross, then come left, and then again cross. Okay. So that means this is true positive. Okay. Starts from true positive. Then in the corner, you will get true negative. Okay. Then in the left, you will get false positive. Then in the again in the corner, you will get false negative. Okay. That means starts from this corner, true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Okay. If you know this, then by this formula, you can get anything. Okay. Now here, what you have to calculate? The precision, recall, and accuracy. Okay. Now, for the precision, you find that TP by TP plus FP. Okay, that means true positive. That is 85 here by true positive plus FP. That means 85 by 85 plus 20. Okay, that means 85 by 105. Okay, now if you calculate this, then you will get 0.81. Okay, now for the next one, that is recall. What is the formula? TP by TP plus Fn. That means 85 by 85 plus 15. So 0.85 we will get. Now for the third one, the accuracy, the formula is a little big, that is TP plus Tn by all the four. That means TP plus Tn plus Fp plus Fn. So if we calculate, then we will get 0.83. Okay, will be our answers for this question. Okay. Now, coming to the next question. Suppose we have a binary classification problem wherein we need to achieve a high recall on training for classifier. Okay. Now, four metrics are given. And in the previous case, you saw that the predicted positive and the true positive, true negative, false negative values are given. Okay. And in this way, in these questions, they asked that between these metrics, which matrix we should prefer. Okay. In this case, we have to find the recall. Okay. We know that the formula of recall is TP by TP plus Fn. Okay. Now, what is TP here? That is 4. What is true Tn here? 87. What is FP here? That is 3. What is Fn here? That is 6. Okay. True positive, true positive, true negative, false positive, false negative. Okay. That means for each case, we can find the value of recall. Okay. Now, this is the value of recall for the 4 cases. Okay. Now we have to see for which case the recall value is higher than the other case. Okay. So we see that for option B, it is greater than the other cases. Okay. So it will be our answer. Okay. So this classifier we should prefer option B. Okay. Now, coming to the next question. You have two binary classifiers, A and B. A has accuracy 0% and B has accuracy 50%. So which classifier is more useful? So this 4 is our option for this question. Now, for class A, the accuracy is given, that is 0%. So the inaccuracy will be 100%. Now for class B, the accuracy is given, that is 50%, and the inaccuracy is given 50%. Okay, that means we can calculate the inaccuracy, that is 100% minus this 50%. Okay. Now, if we change this to level, like accuracy to inaccuracy and inaccuracy to accuracy. So that means after changing the level, we can get 100% accuracy for class A and 50% accuracy for class B. So class A classifier is more preferable. Okay, you understand what I am trying to say? That is, if we change the level, that means changing the level means in case of inaccuracy, we put accuracy, and in case of accuracy, we put inaccuracy. So that means if we can just change the level, our classifier is more useful. Okay, so that means class A is more useful. Okay, so it will be our answer. Okay, now coming to the next question. Consider the Bayesian network given below. Which of the following statement is or are correct? Okay, so this diagram is given. Okay, now B is independent of F given D. So this is my first option. Now what is the meaning of this option? Okay, so this is B, we know. F, okay, given D. Given D means, that means if we remove D, okay, then there will be no relation between B and F. That means in this case, B is connected with F, but if we remove D, okay, so there will be no direct connection for B and D. Okay, that means it is true that B is independent of F given D. That means given D means we are removing D. After that, we see that B is independent of F. Okay, like that. Now, in the second case, A is independent of E given C. Okay, E is directly connected to E. So if we even remove C, then also A is connected with E. So the option B is not true. Okay, but option A is true. Now, in the third option, E and F are not independent given D. E and F, fine. It is E and it is F. Okay. Now, if we remove D, E and F will be independent. But here it is said that it is not independent. So it is also false. Okay. If it is said that independent, then it is true. Now, in the next option, that is in option D, A and B are not independent given D. So A and B, if we remove D, we will find that A and B are not independent. Okay, because C is also there. So by C, this A and B are connected. So even if we remove D, then also A and B are not independent. They are dependent. Okay. So as it is a multiple choice question, like multiple answers should be there. So option A and option D will be our answers. Okay, for this question. So now coming to the next question. Consider the following graphical model. Which of the following are true about the model? Now this is my model. Now these are my options. So the question is same like the previous question. C is known. In the first question, it is said that C is known. That means if we remove C, then we have to find that D is independent of B or not. Okay. So if we remove C, there is no direct connection between B and D. Okay. So B and D will be independent if we remove C. So it is true. A is independent of C when E is known. Okay. When E is known, A is independent of C. Okay. It is false because even we remove E, then also A is connected with C by this D. Okay, so this is false. Now A is independent of B when E is known. That means when we are removing this E, okay, when we are removing this E, then A is independent of B. A is dependent on B. So now A is independent of B when C is known. Okay, so if we remove this C, then A is independent of B. So that means it is true. So option A and option D are true. Okay, so these are my answers. Now, next question. Consider the following graphical model, but which of the following pair of random variables is independent? Now, A, B, C, D, E are there. That's are the nodes. Now, we have to select which two random variables is independent. Okay. Now, nodes A and B do not have any common parent. Therefore, they are independent. Like C, the arrow. Okay. In this A to C, the arrow is in this side and in this side. So, A and B is not connected. Okay. That means, yes, obviously it is connected, but it is independent of each other. Like the same example is if you think that it is father and it is mother and she is the son or daughter, then there is no blood relation between this father and mother, but there is blood relation with the son for both the father and for the mother. Okay, so that means A and B is always independent of each other. Okay, now next question. Consider the Markov network shown in the figure. Which one of the following is not in Markov blanket of variable 4? Now, Markov blanket, what it means? Okay, that means the neighbor of 4. Okay, that means which node is not the neighbor of 4 is our answer for this case. Okay, because it is said that it is not the Markov blanket. Okay, the neighbor of 4, that is 1. That means it is connected. So it is neighbor of 4, 1, 3, it is also connected, 6, it is also connected, 8, it is also connected, 2, it is also connected. Okay, now these are the neighbors of 4. So they are in Markov blanket of variable 4, but which are not directly connected, like 5. See, it is not directly connected. So that means it is not the directly connected neighbor. That means it is not in Markov blanket. So 5 is one option and 7. It is also not directly connected. So 7 is the other option. So D and G will be our answer for this question. If you are understanding the concepts, then please comment below. Okay. Then I will know that yes, everyone is understanding the concepts. Now coming to the next question. Consider the Markov random field given below. We need to delete one edge without deleting any node. That in the resulting graph, B and F are independent given A. Which of these edges would be deleted to achieve this independence? Okay. Now, this is note in each options, we only delete one edge from the original graph. Okay. This is a MSQ type of questions and these are my options. Okay. Now, B and F. Okay. We have to see what is the node they are saying. B and F. So, what are the paths that are connecting B and F through A? That is one path. Okay. That is one path. That is one path. That is another path. Okay. Now these are another path. Okay. So that means there are 5 paths by which we can uh, go from B to F. That means by this path, B and F are connected. Now, in the question, it is said that which of these edges, that means these are the edges, that means B to E, the connected line is the edges. Okay. Uh, we could be deleted to achieve this independence. That means uh, given A, that means we can delete A. Okay, we can delete this A, and which of these edges we can delete so that there will be independence in B and F. Okay. So that means if we delete this edge, that means the line which is connected B and E, this edge and this edge, okay, then B and F will be independent of each other. Now that means our answer will be BE, CE, and FC or CF. Okay. That means there are 2 options are there, BE and CE. FC is not there, so these 2 will be our options for these questions. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Consider the mark of random field given below. We need to delete one node and also delete the edges incident with that node so that in the resulting graph B and C are independent given A. Which of these nodes could be deleted to achieve this independence? Okay. In the previous questions, we have to delete the edges to see 2 nodes are independent or not. And in this case, we have to delete one node so that B and C are independent or not. Okay, we have to see. Now, these are the 2 nodes. This is B nodes and this is C node. Okay. So, one path is connected B and C, other path is this. Okay. And another part is A, E, now A, B, E, and A, now C. Okay. So, these are the paths which are connected B and C. Okay. Now, given A means we have to delete A first. Okay. Now, after deleting A, which is the node we have to delete so that B and C will be independent of each other. Okay. Now, E will be our options. You see, you understand what I'm saying? We have to delete A first. Okay. Because given A, we have to find out B and C are independent given A. Now, if A is not there, then what is the node we have to delete so that B and C will be independent of each other? Answer will be E. We have to delete node E so that B and C will be independent of each other. Because this is the only path left after deleting A. Okay. Now, the next question is consider the Markov random field given below. Which of the node has or have the largest Markov blanket? Okay. This is the MSQ type question. Now, these are the diagram. With same diagram, I am showing you how to solve these questions. Okay. Nodes are connected to F. 1, 2. Okay. Now, for node A, how many nodes are connected to A? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 node. For node C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. For E, 1, 2, 3. For B, 1, 2. So that means for A and C, there is 4 node which is connected. And for D, 1. Okay. So for A and C, 4 nodes are connected. So that means these 2 are my answers. Okay. If you get some help from this video, then please subscribe my channel. Now the next question is, in the undirected graph given below, how many terms will be there in potential function factorization? Now these are the diagram and these are the options. Okay. Now see that how many clicks are there. Okay. So these are 1 clicks, that is E, A and D. These are 1 clicks, that is A, D, B and C. And these are 1 clicks, that is B, C, F. So 3 clicks will be there. So the answer will be 3. Okay. Now coming to the next question. A and B are independent if C is given. Okay, that means if C is not there, then A and B are independent. No, see the arrow. The arrow is in this way, and the face of the arrow is in this way. Okay, so that means A and B will never be independent. Sorry, A and B is always independent. Okay, if C is there or if C is not there. So that means it is false. It is said that if C is not there, then A and B are independent, which is false because A and B are always independent by seeing this arrow. Now, the next is A and B are independent if no other variables are given. Okay, it is true. Now, option C is C and D are not independent if A is given. Okay, C and D. If A is not there, then C and D are not independent. It is not true. That is false. Okay, because C and D are independent if A is not there. Now, A and F are independent if C is given. C and F, A and F. Okay, this is F, this is A. If C is not there, that is then A and F will be independent. Okay, so that means it is also true. So our answer will be option option B and option D. Okay. So thank you. If you get some help from this video, then please subscribe my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. So thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.